Well, I was like in 1990, I joined the bank.
Before the actual mutual funds,
yeah,
you had
but
already
not sex.
started. Yeah.
So I started a mutual fund kind of system
Okay. In 1990.
in
itself.
1990,
Okay.
and there was no mutual fund at that point. So Harshad Mehta is the person who actually brought, and with him, you can say Dhruv Ahmed, these two stalwarts and legends of market, actually brought, you can say, some awareness about stock.
Speaking about Harshad Mehta's speech, did you consider him as a person who, as a hero, or a person who is?
I'll answer it a little differently. Today, let's say the name is associated with Big Bull, the rumor.
Okay.
Tomorrow that stock price will open double. Then we did not have such fitness at all.
Okay. It could go to any price and it could fall to any price.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just imagine who would call them a villain.
Correct.
Why would you call him a villain?
Correct.
So it was one of the biggest financials, I would say, scam in a banking sense, not in the stock market.
Hi guys, welcome to the 7th episode of Decoding the Markets with Trading Academy Bengaluru. And in this particular episode, we have a very experienced trader and an investor who's been trading from 1990s. So he's traded in the likes of Harshad Mehta, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, Ketan Parekh, and he's seen situations like 1992 and 2000, 2008, COVID, Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Iran, all these things. He's encountered many situations and he's had a lot to speak about these things in this podcast. So it is a very interesting podcast, and Trading Academy Bengaluru is an education institution. NS Fidai sir, we are extremely honored to have you in this particular episode of our Decoding the Markets with Trading Academy Bengaluru. So it is a great deal for us to have a person like you coming here, sitting with us and explaining your journey and what people have to learn in terms of, like, let's say someone who is a beginner, what all aspects should they consider. And you have traded in the period where Harshad Mehta, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, Ketan Parekh, all these people were trading. So I want to understand the differences. I am very interested personally. I want to know how was the markets during that time and what are the markets looking like, and in the year 2026, all the differences and all these things. But before we get to that, sir, my first question to you would be what is that thing which drove you that, okay, let me start investing, let me start trading in the stock market?
Well, I was like in 1990, I joined the bank. Before that, I did not have any idea about stock markets or anything.
Okay.
So it was a job that, means I was just 20 at that point, and it was my first major job where I got, proper kind of job.
Okay.
So I started working with DCB, which was a cooperative bank at that time. DCB Bank, which is currently listed and all.
Okay.
But at that point, it was a cooperative bank. So you can say, initially, when I joined the bank, there was people around me who were investing in IPOs.
Okay.
So
which year was this, sir?
This was 1990, obviously.
1990.
So 1990, they were investing in IPOs and all that, and I saw them writing applications and all in the free times.
Okay.
So I started inquiring, asked what are you doing and all that. So my seniors and colleagues would say, this is IPO, we're investing in stock market. I did not have money, obviously. I was just raw, and you can say there was no savings or anything. I'm one of the very large member. I'm the youngest person of that family.
Okay.
So large family, and I was the youngest. So you can say I'm the 8th person in that. My brothers, sisters, this thing.
Okay.
And obviously, so money was something that we did not have at that point. So salary was something that it gave me some freedom. I had lots of savings, and if I tell you what was my probationary salary, you will laugh today. That would be less than your one meal or one, if you go to a coffee shop, you'll spend more than that.
Okay.
That was 800 rupees at that point.
Okay.
And I was able to save some money out of it. So I thought I can also put some money these guys are doing, so I can also do it.
Okay.
So just 6 months later, I became from probationary, clerk to a permanent clerk.
Permanent. Oh.
So salary went up 4x almost like 3,500 approx.
Okay.
So that was like, I still have more money now. What to do with this so much money? So I started investing in IPOs. So there's a very interesting thing that happened because see, I had very limited money compared to my seniors and colleagues and all that, right? Who were there already there. They were, working for so many years. So obviously, and I was very young, so my expenses were very limited.
Okay.
So I thought like I am investing, but there are people like my friends and all, they are not able to do this. So I started a mutual fund kind of system.
Okay. In 1990.
In 1990.
Okay.
And there was no mutual fund at that point. Actually, if you see, there is UTI Scheme 92.
Correct.
That is named as 1992. So Scheme 92. I mean 91 we are talking about, right? Even
before the actual mutual funds, you had already started.
Yeah. So, and Morgan Stanley also, they launched their scheme, first scheme in India in 1992.
Okay.
So just imagine, like, unknowingly, I started taking 200 rupees per unit per month. Means if you had just 200 rupees at that point, you have to pay for 12 months, and those 12 months would give you like 2,400 would be your savings in a way. And we would invest that money in IPOs. Now, you would say 10,000 I collected in that period, and 10,000, what will happen? Like, in current context, what could you invest? How much can you invest? But in those times, that 10,000 was a substantial amount.
Correct.
It was so big. I can tell you that in my locality where I used to stay, in my society, one flat got sold at 1.5 lakhs. So that was like just 15 months of, this kind of.
Correct.
So just imagine, you can't do this right now, right? Unless you have like 10 lakh rupees per month kind of investment coming into your, or your savings, and then you can say I can buy 1.5 crore worth of flat. So just imagine 10,000 is equal to 10 lakh rupees.
10 lakh
in context today, right? So in 10 lakhs, we can do lots of things today. So same way, 10,000, we were able to do quite a substantial thing.
Okay.
So we were, and plus most of the IPOs were at face value. And face value was mostly 10 rupees.
Correct.
And even companies did what is, they asked you to apply just 25% initially. And then they would ask for, so it was part payment that you pay, and then you keep on paying in parts, 3 parts, 4 parts, or 2 parts, or whatever, how the company would come out with an IPO.
Okay.
So now, basically, now you'll say, in current context, you need to have so many demat accounts. So do you know something very interesting? You guys would be amazed, and your audience would be amazed, that there was no demat account, there was no KYC, there was no PAN card.
Which year are we talking about again?
1991. Okay. Just imagine, no PAN card, no KYC, no anything.
Anyone who had money could put their money
and you had to have the name, obviously, and account number, bank account number, correct. Right? You could apply from any account. From friends check also you can apply. There is no like restriction. You can apply from any account. Like currently you have to apply from your own accounts and all that. Like there are so many restrictions. There was no KYC. There was, people did not know whom to buy from or sell from. So obviously there was stock market, but Harshad Mehta is a person, because that's the period that is defined by Harshad Mehta, right?
Correct.
So Harshad Mehta is the person who actually brought, and with him, we can say, Dhirubhai Ambani.
Okay.
These two stalwarts and legends of market actually brought, you can say, some awareness about stock market. Because Reliance was one of the companies which came with lots of IPOs during those periods.
Correct.
Continuously, they used to take, bring out new and new companies.
Okay.
And people would make money. And so that's how the journey was like, this is how we started. And it was amazing and crazy times.
Okay. So, like, speaking about Harshad Mehta's period, like, what is shown to the general public, I think many people took it as an inspiration rather than considering it as a scam. So, 1992, there was one series which came out. I think, during the COVID time, there was a lot of increase in stock market population, like people who want to trade and invest because of seeing this particular series. Like, when you looked at him during that period, did you consider him as a person who As a hero or a person who is...
I'll answer it a little differently rather than hero or villain, because see, obviously when they are whatever machinations or backstories are happening are not known to people, general public.
Correct.
And we did not have social media. We had only newspapers, right? We did not have TV, a proper TV kind of news channel or business channel, right? At that point. So obviously what you are hearing or doing is a different thing, but how it's impacting your life actually makes the whole difference. Like,
correct.
So to tell you, like, people, I'll give one beautiful example. Let's say there is some rumor in the market that Big Bull is investing, that is Harshad Mehta is investing in a particular company. Let's say it's Apollo Tires, because he was known for doing that.
Okay.
So that's a big name, but if Mazda was one of the Mazda Motors or Mazda Finance Limited and all that, those were listed at that time. You won't believe the amount of money or wealth was created in just days was like mind-boggling. In days, I'm not even saying months or years. Today, let's say the name is associated with Big Bull, the rumor. Tomorrow, that stock price will open double.
Double. So, like in the...
And there was no circuit filters.
Okay, that was what
I am 100% sure you were going to ask me, sir, how can it open at double? Obviously, because we have circuit filters. So, you are not, you are not aware of those times. And we did not have circuit filters at all.
Okay. It could go to any price and it could fall to any price.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it was doubled, right?
Okay.
So, obviously, now people would be a little 10, 20 today. Next day, today we got more information. He has bought even more shares. So 20 would become 40.
Okay.
Next day. So just 10 rupees you invested 2 days back has become 40. So just imagine who would call them a villain.
Correct.
Why would you call him a villain?
Okay. So basically,
for majority public, he was never a villain. He was later on when the things came out.
Okay.
And I would say, like, see, villains are basically, or heroes are basically what we idolize, right? Sometimes even villains are idolized. But in this case, what did Harshad Mehta do in reality? Was he, fleecing public, asking for funds and then investing and not giving back, or doing something wrong? No. He was investing money in the market, and he was having like background, he was a CA, and obviously there was manipulation happening using his name.
Okay.
Though he may not have been the person who would have done that, right? One thing. Second thing, he was like, you can say, means in this case, not a villain in serious sense, because he found a loophole in the banking system. And he capitalized on that loophole. Like we all Indians believe in jugaad system, right?
Correct.
So that's what he did at that point. And that was the jugaad in the financial system. He saw that banks would give money just by, basically a signed paper kind of. Within,
bank receipts.
And you would get that kind of huge money easily possible. And the amount that the scam number was at that point was substantial. As I told you, 10,000 about 10 lakh today. That 10,000. So obviously those few 100 crores or 1,000 crores would be worth some, you can say multiple number today, right?
Correct.
So it was one of the biggest financials, I would say, scam in a banking sense, not in the stock market.
Not in the stock market. It was a scam on the banking side.
Yeah. So he used the banking, money to invest in markets.
Okay.
And
but overall, did people benefit from Harshad Mehta, sir?
See, obviously you would benefit if you sold at the right time.
Correct.
Obviously, in current market,
there was huge pumps.
In current market also.
Okay. Correct.
So if you buy something, if you don't sell on the right time, you cannot make benefits, right? There's no scope to make money. So post Harshad Mehta, I'll tell you with my life how it happened. I was very new to the industry, like just 1 to 2 years when this scam broke, right? Meanwhile, I had also found my current wife, who is my wife, right? So I met her in bank only.
Okay.
So in 92, I got married. And just before marriage, this scam broke. in the newspapers.
Did you have investments?
Obviously, you had investments. And as I told you, I had that mutual fund scheme.
Okay.
So obviously, we'll come to that later. How the implode in the value that we did. It was like we were investing 10,000 rupees in IPOs initially. Then we also bought currently you see ICICI Bank is 2 rupee paid up share. It was 100 rupees paid up share.
Okay.
Okay, it was trading at around 600. So that was just 6x of the face value.
Correct.
I had bought at that point at 600 rupees or rupees some few shares, right? 50 or 100 shares. I don't know really. But you won't believe that investment that we had, the corpus was around 1,60,000.
Okay.
I would say 120, it would be 120. How it would be 160? So we had also borrowed 40,000 rupees from one of dad's colleague.
Okay.
At a loan interest rate, right? Obviously 18% per annum at that point. So that 160 in just maybe a year, not even more.
No, in just a year.
In just a year, had turned almost 10 lakh rupees.
Okay.
160, 1,60,000.
1,60,000.
And it may not have been full 1,60,000, obviously, because you can't be fully invested every time.
Correct.
So there would be some money in bank balance or whatever.
Correct.
I'm telling you that 1,60,000 had become 10 lakhs. And post Harshad Mehta crash obviously means it all came down, but it was much higher than what obviously we had invested.
Okay.
So we were able to pay better returns over a period of time. But the whole scheme was like being a banker. I actually started a recurring deposit scheme in the first year. And that recurring deposit money would be used as a fixed deposit for next 2 years.
Okay.
Means they don't have to invest more money after 1 year. Just 200 for 12 months, that is 2,400. And forget about it for next 2 years.
Okay.
On the end of third year, we would return back the money. And we returned almost 4,500 rupees odd.
Okay.
So that was, from 2,400, that was 4,500. So that was substantial number. Yes, almost 60% in 3 years. That is not bad.
Correct.
That was better than the bank's returns. Obviously, those time banks were paying you 8 to 9, even 10% of rate of interest.
Okay.
So still, when you consider that, it's not bad, right?
Correct.
So
you're a person who had the idea of mutual fund even before mutual fund existed
seriously,
in India.
Yes, but there is a big regret to tell you
that you did not pursue that.
Nobody told me that what I'm doing is this, and there was no guide, no mentor. I was like, I just entered the market, and people are coming to me for guidance. People are asking me what to invest, where to buy. What was the main differentiator between somebody who had come into that market and like currently we see many people join the market because of the they hear somebody is making money in options, buying options or selling options, and this is the minimum return you can generate, and all those kind of people talk about, right? Obviously, not everything is true, but then at that point you won't believe I had this habit of reading a lot. So I used to read every business newspaper and tabloid or whatever would come. Some were weekly, some were fortnightly, some were daily. So obviously I would read everything.
Okay.
So having that reading habit helped me, and I was like, better off than many people. Just because I was reading.
Okay.
Now if you compare that, I would say I would love to read, but read limited and what is focused reading.
Okay.
Rather than, because there's too much of information overload right now.
Okay.
So these are the changes that we saw during Harshad Mehta period and current period.
Okay.
So my regret is that there was no mentor for me. So otherwise I would have been one of the first, maybe sponsors of a mutual fund.
Correct.
In a way.
Correct.
Because that 10 lakh would have been, if somebody would have guided me, that would have been a fantastic capital for all of us.
Correct. Exactly, sir. And sir, like you mentioned that you were working in a bank and you started this small mutual fund kind of a system, taking people's money and giving back the money with returns. So like you were working in a bank, so you were getting paid salary. Initially you mentioned it was 800 rupees and then it 3,500
after
rupees
6 months.
Okay. So you took some money from your earnings,
friends,
and
colleagues, relatives.
Okay, understood. So for a person who is entering the stock market right now, how important is main source of income? like to start doing trading, or like a few people have that desire, I want to become a full-time trader and I want to create the main source of income through trading itself.
Okay, we'll handle this question. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's an interesting question because lots of people right now, right? Because if you see IT industry is facing lots of challenges about AI. Many people who are working in IT in a very, you can say, in this basic roles, right? And who are very junior, they are feeling like their jobs are threatened, so they want to have some other source of income probably. And those who are already there, because of the inflation and the cost of living going high, and living in cities obviously takes a toll on your savings. They want to have another source of savings, some way you can save or invest and do something better, right? So lots of people do approach me, being a trainer myself, right? So many people do approach me, ki, sir, after I want to do this course and I want to start trading. I advise most of them ki first thing, learn.
Okay.
Because knowledge is what gives you kind of an understanding of what to expect from market, the realistic expectations, and what can happen, what can go wrong, what can go right. And if you have a system, at least you are able to control. And I always believe, if you have read my this thing, means Twitter handle, most of the time I keep on writing no capital markets. So basically, I'm not saying you need to have large capital. What I'm saying is conserve your capital.
Okay.
The more you survive, the more you can stay in the market. So for anybody who wants to enter stock market, first thing he needs to learn is to protect his capital. Right. So protecting capital seems a silly thought initially. But then over a period of time, you will realize, once you become experienced, like all of us who are trading in market or investing in market, a stop loss for somebody who is very new, if you ask him to sell in a loss, why should I sell in loss? I did not have profit. You told this will give, somebody means whoever the has recommended, or they read somewhere that this stock will go from 100 rupees to maybe 200 rupees in next 3 months or 3 years, whatever they have read, right? So they assume that it has to go to 200.
Correct.
They don't assume that it can go down also. Like there's a beautiful example within my family only. One of my, nephews, very young, approached me, said, I want to invest and, what should I do? So maybe I gave him some list of stocks to check and all that, and maybe he must have bought something. Then I saw some and told him, ki, okay, this is not, he shared his, okay, I have bought all this, some from my understanding what I had told, and some from his friends and all that, stocks, right? What he found, I said, okay, this stock, I don't feel it is going to do much at this point, so it's best to exit. That's what I suggested to him. So this is my nephew, obviously family. So he said, but it is at loss to me. Just imagine, this guy had bought something that was overall, the portfolio was up by almost 40% in last 6 to 8 months, right? Since he started his journey.
Okay.
But he's worried about that nominal loss, though overall he's in 40% profit.
40% profit.
So people check the portfolio in a very silly way. Every stock, if this has moved up, then that is different story. But what has not moved up, I want profit from this also.
That.
So they want profit 100% success ratio. They don't want anything beyond.
Okay.
So knowledge gives you like, So what I'm saying is, people who want to get into markets first need to understand the reality, how the markets play out. What is, like, you can't have 100% success ratio. That is not possible. It's not easy. It's unless you have kind of like some magic wand.
Correct.
Right? We are not Harry Potters, right? So obviously we need to make sure that we understand that making money in markets is all about understanding that whatever capital you have brought in has grown to X, from X to Y, and you are at some substantial level, or the higher or the lower. I have seen one more thing that makes me somewhat like, a little distressed being in the markets for such a long time. People are okay with seeing losses in the books. If price goes down, it's fine with them. Price goes up, they want to sell. So the new people who want to join, I would say first learn, understand the markets, understand how they function, have a system, then work on that system. Work for some time. Make that system, like, if it's working for you, if you found that whatever system you find, some people have very simple system and it works for them. Like the more they learn, the problem is more the complex system. Somebody who's very new may find something very interesting and it works, but they feel they are not very confident about their own, understanding of what is happening, and they somehow keep on trying new things.
Okay.
Rather, they would have hit the gold mine in learning whatever they started with, and that would have kept on giving them money forever.
Correct.
But problem is because they did not have knowledge, they did not have somebody to guide them. Like, you guys are mentoring people, like me, I am doing that. So obviously there is nobody to guide them or mentor them. They don't know. Now, in this case, that's why I'm saying somebody wants to get into that side to, being a full-time trader or something. See, you may have goals, and that's why you want to become a full-time trader. If you have a salary that is coming in your account regularly, monthly, plus you are trading in the market, maybe it's swing trading or even, short term, whatever you are doing, or maybe, you have a system which is giving you money. Some people do that, like, they sell options and then theta decay, they try to, that's a simple, most of the people try to enter the markets through that route.
Okay.
Obviously don't understand that the risks are unlimited and rewards are limited, right? But what I'm trying to say is whatever works for you, whatever the system works for you, you are getting one stream of income from your salary, the other one you are generating slowly from the market. Then as you grow confident in your system, scale up, become better, keep on refining your systems. Once you are capable to generate at least 2x to 3x of what you are generating from your salary income, then you can think of getting into the trading side full time.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Now, see, I have a job. Now, if you offer me another job, okay, I am working in IT industry and I'm doing some work, I'm doing programming, you offer me, there's an offer that comes. Will I go at a lower price to what I'm getting from my company right now? No. I will want more higher salary.
Correct.
Plus I will want higher level, some promotion. Then only you shift in any job that you are doing, normal jobs that we do. So why in stock market, people come and take a cut on their whatever they are earning. See, salary goes away straight away.
Correct.
So that one thing is gone. Now, market is not going to give you consistent return. We all know it cannot give you every month same returns. It has to be over a period of time, right? And after you have practiced and after you have learned that you can generate that kind of revenue. But on a, like best of the traders don't make every month consistent. It's not like salary.
Correct.
It's like a business. So in Diwali, most of the people who do business, they have like, good kind of revenue coming in.
Correct.
So they wait for Diwali.
Correct.
So in stock market also we have this kind of Diwalis, right? Not every month, a month is a Diwali, but there could be few months where we are doing, like I will tell you current last few weeks, you haven't done anything, your portfolio is going up.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So means your holdings are automatically gone up because most of us usually hold what mid cap, small cap, micro caps.
Correct.
They have all outperformed the main index. So your portfolio is obviously rising. So this is few months. In just few weeks ago, we had our face was sad.
Correct.
We were all unhappy because our portfolios were not performing. There was no opportunity to make money. Whenever you found something, some interesting stock, there's a, like we use technically breakouts and we say, okay, this is like, going to go and double or maybe give 10-20% returns in extreme short term. And Trump comes out and announces, that I'm going to attack Iran or he has already attacked Iran, and then Iran talks about closing the Hormuz, and your portfolio starts tanking with that.
Instead of
Obviously.
10%, 20% up, it goes
the
down.
missiles falling there are actually falling on the portfolio. So that is what was happening. So it's not a even kind of system, right? Salary is something that gives you consistency. So I will say your goal achievement along with salary, with this kind of additional source of income after having knowledge. Because without knowledge, you are purely running on luck.
Correct.
And luck cannot hold you forever. So with knowledge, And with luck, you can do much better also. And with good kind of mentors and people who can guide you, you can be much bigger, do bigger things, better things, right?
Correct.
So this is where, like, the education in market is very important, which is what most of the, authorities are trying to do, educating the general public.
Okay.
But just going into trading without, means understanding what can go wrong or what are you, putting yourself into. Plus, you are not putting yourself in a problem. You are also putting your whole family in a problem.
Correct.
If you cannot perform because you are losing capital, you are, means eating out of your capital if there are losses. And trading is a very lonely job.
Correct.
Like you are sitting in front of machine alone, no friends, nobody to talk to. Maybe you are listening to music, that's it. And then post markets, what you are doing? Maybe you are, still trading. Because stock market closes, you will trade probably, MCX, commodities. After that, what will you do? Then nothing, then you will see charts. So as a trader, you don't have a proper social life. So
Correct.
I would suggest anybody who wants to do trading also, find a proper social life also.
Okay.
Have friends around you. Go and meet them, have a break, take care of your health. Obviously, those are very important things. Because while sitting, we are just eating and sitting and doing nothing.
Correct.
We are spoiling our health, which was my case. I'll tell you, I was personally around 8 to 9 kgs more weight just few weeks back, maybe 4 months back, and now I have started reducing. I'm taking care of my health, right? Because obviously people don't realize this is very important. With either age, you will have lots of problems with lots of sedentary lifestyle brings its own problems.
Correct.
And diabetes and heart and other blood pressure, all these issues keep on coming to your life, right? So just making money doesn't help you, but also you need to make sure that you have proper balanced life. So very important. So I would suggest, like, anybody who's listening to this or, your community, you guys are guiding people, make sure that you give them a guidance of healthy lifestyle also. Like,
Definitely.
We all know Zerodha, right? Zerodha is
Correct.
one of the biggest names in the industry at the moment in the broking. But you see their founders, both Kamath brothers, they have been encouraging people to, have a healthy life in their corporate. So obviously in their organization. So we all need to understand and learn. So I always say people learn in two ways. One is you learn from your own experiences. That's a painful way to learn.
Correct.
Because you will have to fall and get up every time.
Correct.
So there is nobody to guide you, help you, and you are doing it on your own. So obviously that is one way to learn, but it's painful, as I said, right? Then there is another way where you learn from somebody else's experience. Now, if you learn from your own experience, you are wise. If you learn.
Correct.
If you don't learn, obviously you are still trying to learn, right? But whatever it is, we all become wiser with whatever experience we have. But when somebody else guides us and we learn from their experiences, then we are not only just wise, we are also lucky. In my case, I was just wise and becoming wiser. I had nobody to guide me. That's why I said, I was not lucky enough to have a mentor or a guide or somebody to guide me.
Understood. So speaking about all this, you mentioned a lot of things. How a new trader who's coming into market, like how should he or her position themselves in the market, and what are the things to consider? And you gave us examples like Trump will come and tell, and the situation goes against you, and we have to take care about our health and all these things. You have mentioned a lot of things. So till here, whatever we have spoken, I felt that you have kept your journey very clean. Like this, what I feel from what you're telling me. I don't know the backstory. That only you know the hardships and the struggles which have happened during that. So basically, I've seen traders who have been there in the stock market from 1990. Just like yourself, they have seen the times of likes of Harshad Mehta, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and all these people. They were in the losing side in 1990. In 2026 also, they are on the losing side. So that means they do not have an edge. They do not know what they are doing. But you to be here in this podcast, sir, in this podcast, we focus only to get genuine people and people who have great experiences in stock market and people who have helped a lot of people become successful in their thing. Like, what is the main edge? What is the main difference between you and other people who are still struggling, even after being in the market for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? So this is one question, sir.
Okay, I can tell you knowledge is
Okay.
something that gives you an edge.
Mhm.
But you need to keep on understanding with times. Knowledge also needs a different kind of application.
Okay.
And different kind of knowledge has to be acquired over a period of time. Like in current AI world we are living and we are just entering the world. We are not yet properly seen the real impact of AI. We are just being touched by the impact of AI, right? And it is just initial phase, and we are seeing so much things we are capable to do. Like AI can do lots of things for us. They can speed up lots of our you can say problems, and means it can reduce your problems, but it can also create new problems for you. So my suggestion to most people is ki have knowledge. No, knowledge does not mean always like going to college or having a formal way of learning, but you learn from so many things. Like I'll tell you, many people who have remained traders and not done any investment over a period of time. Okay. Are those people that you are speaking about?
Correct.
Right.
Exactly.
So people who have been successful, who have actually grown, they have either invested in knowledge and money in stock markets. Okay. So simultaneously, like there is a very unusual thought process that is going on. Many people talk about this because I believe it is their business that is forcing them to talk about it. Is that there is no such thing as long-term or real long-term or buy and forget investing. So there are so many examples. If you would have bought and forgotten, then only you could have created that kind of wealth.
Correct.
Otherwise, it's not possible. You are just being a trader. Like for some traders are there for maybe few minutes to few seconds. To maybe you are a trader if you have invested in a stock and sold after 3 years also. Though technically you are an investor.
Correct.
But you haven't created wealth, or understand one simple thing. When you buy a company, you are buying a chunk into the business, right?
Correct.
Whatever. It could be small fraction of it, but you are buying it, right? Now just imagine if somebody would have traded Wipro. Now we all know Wipro is one of the largest wealth creator in the world.
Correct.
10,000 invested somewhere in 85, 86 or late 80s would be worth around 600 crore plus today. 600 crore. I'm not saying 10,000 was very difficult, as I just showed to you.
Yes,
it was not a small amount at that point to invest, or nobody had that kind of money. But then there are so many other examples like Motherson Sumi, then there is like Infosys and many other. Avanti Feeds have created value for people, right? And there are hundreds of other examples. Many stocks have gone up 4x, 5x in defense sector in last 4-5 years.
Correct.
Right? So it's not that. Now, why should you not invest for a lifetime? Then why do you invest in property for a lifetime? Like you could be bombed someday, right?
Correct.
Like people in Iran, they should not be owning the property.
Correct.
Or people in Dubai, it is all pure property play. Now there is continuous bombing of Iran with UAE.
Correct.
So does that mean people who have bought in property, they should not have bought at all? They should have always rented out the property. So I know people have made crazy money in property itself.
Correct.
So obviously that's what I'm trying to say. You need to understand that you need to invest.
Okay.
If you don't know to do anything, like in property, do you know any knowledge? Do you have any knowledge when you buy a flat? Probably you will do a little research. Which company has the developer or the builder is constructed this flat, right? And maybe where is the locality, how far it is from metro or whatever. A little due diligence. But in reality, we don't have much knowledge about what will happen in future.
Correct.
And we have all seen all our ancestral property has become like, if you had ancestral property. In our case, we did not. But those who have grown thousands of times.
Correct.
Same way, stock market, if you invested right way, like I know people, when I was in bank, when I was talking about my early period, right, I had come across many people who were investors from very long time. They were investing in 80s. They must have bought Cipla, they must have bought Hindustan Lever, and they were like senior officers, very
Correct.
senior officers. They were like, aged ones. Their kids were like older than us when we joined, right?
Okay.
So they would invite us in their son's marriage, and we were very good friends and all that. So obviously we were colleagues, so they would invite us.
Okay.
So we know his salary is not so high, so how is he able to spend this kind of? So we would ask later on after the marriage, how did you generate this kind of?
Okay.
So they would say, "Ye share becha." I sold 100 shares of this thing, and the marriage. Currently, the marriages are very lavish.
Correct.
At that point, marriages were not so expensive,
Okay.
and they were not so lavish. Even the prices of everything was cheaper.
Correct.
But what I'm trying to say is, understand, people were able to sell shares just to get their kids married or to send them for a foreign education. Which, if you don't invest, how will you do? You will invest only in gold, you will invest only in property. Equity is a beautiful structure to invest. Now, many people say the safest thing to invest, even I say the safest thing to invest is Nifty ETF.
Correct.
Nifty Bs. But then Nifty Bs cannot give you returns like Wipro.
Correct.
Or Infosys or Motherson.
Exactly.
So you need to have a mix of little. And I usually say invest what you don't need at all.
Okay.
Okay. Very important, because problem is I need money in next two years for my son's education. But I'm investing that money in stock market. That is a very challenging thing. If it doesn't work out, and if I don't have that knowledge, and I'm putting it in the wrong time, and expecting market to give me returns, that is like, my son's education is at risk.
Correct. It's basically gambling.
Obviously, as I said, luck. So gambling is all about luck. Right? So if you don't have knowledge, you are on luck. So people who have not seriously made any money in their lifetimes are because most of them, see, I believe it's not necessarily you make money from one source only.
Correct.
So those people may have made money from other sources also. But still, why they were not able to make money from stock market is because they never found a way to invest something in the right way, because they did not have knowledge. They thought, I'm getting profits, let me sell off. But I have seen people have names of stocks in the demat, or they have the physical shares which have zero value. They don't even have the value. They would not get few 100 rupees for selling it in a scrap. So I know so many people, but sometimes there is a luck factor also in this. Like, because they had this scrap, I know one person who used to buy only penny stocks. You won't believe his penny stocks gave him 10x, 20x, 100x returns.
Okay.
Why? Because his system was a system to invest in penny stocks. Now we don't. Now many times the understanding of penny stock, now because I am a trainer, I keep on telling about this, is very skewed or flawed. A 10 rupee stock is assumed to be a penny stock or a lesser than 10 rupee. So I can tell you 7 rupees paid up price, Suzlon. People thought it's a penny stock. Currently it is 56 rupees, that is 8x. That time the market cap was 9,000 crores.
Correct.
So how can it be a penny
It's
stock?
not a penny stock.
Now we just read in this last few days, 126 rupees paid.
Even Vodafone Idea, many people consider it to be.
It is a 1 lakh crore.
1 lakh crore
market cap, right? So it's not a small company.
Correct.
So though it is 10 rupees, 11 rupees, so obviously it's not a penny stock. That's what I was trying to give an example. A 126 rupees stock you wouldn't consider to be penny.
Correct.
Right? Now there is one stock that is 126 rupees. A few days back I read in this weekend only that this guy Kamath has invested Zerodha guy in that company around 7-8%.
Okay.
Photon Capital Advisors. What is the market cap, do you know? 34 crores.
34 crores. Okay.
And the price is 126.
126.
So there is no, the criteria is of understanding of penny stock is not always the price of the stock.
It's a market cap.
It has to be market cap. So you are looking at micro caps, you are looking at, now this is not even micro. This is micron, atomic, like small. 34 crore is what? And he's invested around 8% of that. So obviously it's like, people have to understand the differentiation between market cap and price, how to correlate and all that. So this is where the education, this is small education which anybody can gain, even from this podcast also, what we are talking. If they found something that they were not able to understand, probably they can go and Google it and they will learn about it, right?
Correct.
So this is how people are learning nowadays, and this is a very beautiful way. I should commend you for that. And I'm happy that you guys are doing such a fantastic job here.
Thanks a lot, sir. And it was a very good answer to the question I asked. So, like, you have built an edge. Like, it's not like you did not build it at once in 1990 and just forget about it. You mentioned that you continuously kept gaining your knowledge and you kept improvising. I'm really happy, sir. At this age, you are even talking about AI. When many people hesitate and they tell their old ways were better, you have already adapted into the new systems. That is one very good thing. And even people have to be very adaptive in terms of changes where market keeps changing. Market is very dynamic. Even people have to keep upgrading themselves, updating themselves about the new things. So I really appreciate you for that, sir. At your age, I've spoken to many traders who do not believe in AI. They tell all that is not going to work out in this market, but you are trusting it. And even I have personally seen it working and seen it expand. Like, it is helping me do my analysis better. And all these things are there, sir. So I want to understand what has been your biggest investment. Let's not take the name of the company or anything. Like, let it be like in terms of percentage, how much percent you've made, and what has been your worst as well.
Well, I'll go with the simplest answer, worst one.
Worst one. Okay.
There are many of them because you learn. See, it's not that I have been successful throughout, right?
So
you learn from your
one more
mistakes
question.
only. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Have you blown your capital?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. The simplest and easiest answer is your losses. Most of the time, and they go to zero many times.
Correct.
Right. So obviously, I have few stocks which are unlisted or delisted. Right. So obviously, they are there since ages, and there are companies where I have invested and they have given me some crazy returns also, 11, 12x also. I don't mind naming the name of that company. That is Hindustan Foods. It is one of my largest bet in my portfolio. Okay, and means largest because it has grown so much on its own, right? I invested. I go with my discipline. I don't break my discipline. I don't invest in any stock substantial number till I keep on adding to my winners. That's what I do now with the experience, right? So what I'm trying to say is that this Hindustan Food was found somewhere around 250 in 2017. Now you will say it is around 550, so that is double. But then it is also 5x because of the split.
Okay.
So double plus 5x, it's 7x at this point. It had gone up to 750 on the top.
Okay.
So if you assume that, and I am not selling it at the moment, though my regret is I sold a little bit, when I needed some money for buying property and all that. And I have gone belly up, like you said, blown up capital. I have gone belly up maybe twice in my lifetime. So yes, trading wise, right? Not see, best part is when you have family supporting you, people there working around you. In my case, my biggest strength has been my wife working together with me. So she doesn't trade in market. She doesn't get into this side, but she has been working in the bank for quite a long time, 36 years since then. So since we met, she has been there. So there is kind of a support for me. I don't have to worry.
You have
See, I'll tell you one simple thing. You are 26. When you started your journey, and when I started my journey was maybe from minus. I was selling footwear on streets. You would never have had to do that. I'm not saying people should do it, but what I'm trying to say is the journey where you start from and where you reach. It's not about the numbers that you achieve. It's about how you came to where you are right now. Where people consider you to be successful. And you said you have seen everything that was going right way for me. It was not ever right way. It was all difficult. It was all painful. So, means you won't believe for marriage, for buying a property or anything, you have to get out of, means or to pay your share to your family for, means there was a split in the family long time back. It was decision made properly with the family and understood. So somebody had to go out and somebody had to stay. So to stay, I had to sell my wife's jewelry also. So obviously at that point we were starting from zero, not even zero, you can say I was from minus. So from minus to anything beyond zero is like infinite.
Correct.
So I am always happy. I'm on my path to go higher, but I'm not in a hurry. I don't want to happen it tomorrow. I'll go steadily.
Okay.
Like, let me give a little idea about you guys also. I think about me, you asked me so many things. I'll say that in last, because we discussed, I came to know about you. In last 8 years, I may have trained 400 people.
Okay.
In mentoring. You said you have trained 6,500 people in last 5 years or 3 years.
Correct.
So just imagine the impact that you guys are creating. I'm not creating that kind of impact, but what I'm trying to say, I'm not in hurry. You have age on your side. You
Correct.
can run. I don't want to run. I'm now taking it consciously. I'm doing it properly. For me, now health is one of the factors that I want to focus on. You guys actually can run. I was one man most of the time.
Okay.
You have a team. So, now we are building the team. We have this corporate RA in place. We are doing this mentoring programs. So obviously, like I do mentoring programs, and corporate RA is something that we have already registered and got it from SEBI. So maybe we'll start advisory services. Like people somehow, when they get a license or registration or whatever, they want to start next year.
Okay.
We don't want to do that. We want to have systems in place. We want to have everything proper.
Okay.
Then we want to go. We are not in a hurry. Though we are there for long term. You said I'm 56 or just 26. So that age gap, that wisdom, the patience that comes with age, it is very necessary. You guys need to be fast. You guys need to be sharp. I cannot be.
Correct.
With my age, maybe I will achieve bigger, larger things, but that will be bigger in my context, not your context. So everybody has a different context. So I always say, don't compare yourself to somebody else.
Okay.
Like people, like you are training, you must be getting asked this question. Even I get asked these questions many times. How much capital should I have to get, to start in the market? I say it like somebody who starts from college, who just got out of the college. What capital does he have?
Correct.
Zero. But he starts working. But because he went to college, he got the job and he got the money, right?
Correct.
So same way, education is something that should not be the consideration about capital. Education should be priority. Like your parents force you to get educated so that you have some life in future.
Correct.
Some proper kind of, means career for yourself. Same way I say, in stock markets, first learn, then come.
Okay.
Don't enter blindly. Don't just jump. There's a deep well that there is no end to that well. How many amount of money you can pour, it will just absorb and guzzle it out.
Okay.
And there's something that I usually say, it's very interesting. This market is, if you don't have knowledge, then the market's whole purpose is whatever money is in your pocket will get transferred to the smart people. So that's the market's role. Its only job is to take away all the money that people who come without knowledge, purely based on luck. See, I'll tell you one simple this thing. I think we discussed, and I was like amazed about it. Just imagine people who came into market since COVID, just because of COVID. Otherwise, they were never interested in market because they were at home doing nothing. They found like with COVID, they did not have anything to do. And they had maybe demat account, or they were opening their demat accounts because it was easy. Stock markets are open and there was no physical contact needed to open anything, right? It was eKYC and all that.
Correct.
Now, these guys, like I have read this quote. What does it say? There is no success without hardship. Now, these guys actually found success without hardship. They entered the market at the bottom.
Correct.
Almost at the bottom, which is like purely by luck. And everybody must have made money by just holding the stock, doing nothing.
Correct.
Doing nothing, having no knowledge. I just bought some stocks because I had money and I don't know whether I'm going to live or die. So rather put everything here. If it goes, up, I will be happy. If it doesn't go, maybe we'll all die. So there is nothing to worry, right?
Correct.
So these guys did this and they found success. Now they are facing the hardship.
Correct. From
This
last 2 years,
they are facing hardships. So this is the silly point thing, right? And it amazes me. Like we are in the market for so many years, and we saw COVID, and we were like, wow, now this is a problem. It's a beautiful opportunity. I don't have money. These guys who had nothing to understand, no knowledge, nothing, they had money and they invested and they made money. And our money was already in the market, fully invested. So we saw it come down 40%, 60%. These guys are putting in and getting it 4x, 10x.
correct.
So that's the beauty of means markets. The market rewards you in some crazy ways, also punishes you. But then it's over a period of time, you will realize that all this what I'm saying plays out with everybody. You cannot say I'll be immune to this.
Correct.
Because now the things are happening in so fast way, like even karma, which used to earlier give you rewards because your grandfather did some good deed. So, grandson is becoming rich or, wealthy or whatever, is being benefited for some reason. But nowadays, you do something now, you will get reward in next few seconds. So, even karma is acting very fast now.
Very fast.
So, what I'm trying to say is in this fast world, obviously, if you enter in this market and without knowledge, without just being purely on luck, you cannot survive for long. It will throw you out or it will take away everything that it has given. So, very important here.
So, these were very nice words coming from a person who is very experienced in the stock market. You have seen Harshad Mehta, you have seen recessions.
Ketan Parekh,
We
I have
have
seen 2008.
2008. Then you have
So
seen.
just imagine it was 92, then 2000, then 2008. 8.
8.
Then 2016 was not so bad, seriously. People started relating that every 8 years there would be some major thing. So we had 20 then. Okay. So 2008 then 20 was a major event. Between that there were not many major events. Okay. And I have also noticed something very interesting. If you look at charts of Sensex or all that, last few major falls except the COVID since 2008 have never gone below 30%. Earlier falls were 60+%. Like 2008 was 66% rather. That was the deepest fall ever.
Is it because of retail participation being so high?
It is 100% because of that. Like, see, we are absorbing that selling of FII so easily, comparatively, right? That's the talk of the town what FIIs are selling. See, FIIs are smart money. Obviously, they will invest their money in the right places wherever they feel they have got better returns. Now, if they would have kept their money, which they actually have lots of sums. Like, if you look at current FII holding, they still are one of the largest shareholders across Indian stock market. Right? So it's not a small number. It goes into some billions of dollars, hundreds of billions. So it's not a small number, right? But what I'm trying to say is these guys know how to invest and where to invest, and they have all this world market, global markets at their disposal. If they would have kept money in Indian markets, just imagine rupee going from 70 odd to 90. That is 20% correct loss straight away for them without doing anything, which is already there in their, whatever they are holding. They are seeing 20% degradation of their value without any change in, anywhere. If they had not done anything. So obviously they will, put their money in the right places. Like US market is outperforming. There are, the semiconductor stocks across the world are outperforming. Data center, then we'll have space related in future probably. Then we'll have bio and, bioengineering and, all those kind of things will happen. And, new things will keep on coming up. So obviously these guys have access to knowledge. They are aware of what is going to happen in future because they have those kind of people working under them, or they have access to that kind of, people. Are companies which are working, like which are currently startups probably. So they are investing in the right places. So obviously the Indian shareholders, the general public, right? We have absorbed via mutual fund, majority of it.
All the fall,
all the selling that has happened. Otherwise, if this was the selling that could have been spoken about much earlier, market would have cracked even sharper. if this was known that they would sell and exit so much,
Mhm.
then markets would have reacted much bigger way. And if there was no retail participation, I could say we would have been in a winter of investing in markets,
Got it.
right? So,
So, and you even mentioned that you have a corporate RA right now, and you are expanding into many other divisions such as advisory, and you are already into training from the last, I think, 22 years. You have been training people.
Yes.
So that is like I'm like a long time to train people about stock market. So with that experience, like what is the current scenario, sir? What is it? How is the training working? How is the corporate RA working? If you could
see,
tell
advisory part, because we haven't started our services yet, so I
Okay.
can't say anything much about it.
people. Okay.
I used to be a sub broker at a long time back,
Okay.
between 2006 to 2013.
Mhm.
And there were no regulations or all this kind of, once earlier. Obviously, SEBI is coming out with lots of regulations because of malpractices amongst, market participants itself. Like people who are talking about being a trainer or whatever, right? And they do things which should not be done in the way that, impacts or harms their students only.
Correct.
But people are doing it. So obviously, SEBI and the different authorities and in financial, you can say ministry, right? Finance ministry, those guys are working towards creating more conducive environment for and level playing field, whatever we can say. They are trying to support and make sure that wrong things get weeded out as much
Okay.
as
So
possible.
they're basically trying to protect retailers.
In a way, yes. Obviously, they are trying to protect. At least they are. I would say protection is the right way, but then they are also discouraging the wrong people to enter this kind of industry.
Okay. Understood.
So that is more important, because then
Say,
it was an open
within
field.
last-
Anybody could become a trainer.
Correct. Within last
Anybody
6
could become
months.
advisor.
Within last 6 months, I think 2 big news came out about these trainers itself. So it even impacts the people who are doing the right job.
Obviously,
they look
see,
at
there
us
is a
also
fire
like-
in the jungle.
Correct.
The wet and the dry sticks both get burnt.
Get burned. Correct.
So obviously, we need to understand that, right? If something is wrong happening in the industry, and if they are being, discouraged, or they are being caught, or they are, taken to the task. So obviously, the rules what they have broken, they will be closed.
Correct.
And maybe, right people get impacted because they are now required to do too much of compliance. So obviously, you can't be in the industry, every industry, like if it's finance or any industry, there are rules and regulations.
Correct.
This industry had zero rules and regulations. Like I tell you, earlier time there was no KYC, all those things, right? Just few years back, up to 2013, or I was myself an advisor at some point, right? I was a sub broker, obviously, but that allowed me to be an advisor in a way,
Correct.
right? But I was not, like, you can say the way the SEBI has created the systems today, like NISM, this thing and all that. All those things were like, not so much required at that point to become an advisor.
Okay.
So everybody who thought they knew something, they became advisors. And then people who were able to sell properly, they become the larger advisors. So obviously, it's all about marketing rather than anything else.
Correct.
So now I am happy that SEBI is discouraging this kind of people. I would say. So it's a good sign. It's a very good sign.
Okay.
And yeah, about trainings and all. Obviously, lots of people want to learn and learn in the right way. So there is a good kind of awareness amongst people. People like to learn from podcasts. People like to learn from books or some AI based learning and all that. But obviously the structured learning that any person can give would be having an edge compared to just doing it on your own. Because it's like I'm building a home and I'm trying to be mason, I'm trying to be a plumber, I'm trying to be electrician. It doesn't work. You will make something, maybe it will be something that, we started making on beaches, especially like sand castles. But those always fall, right? They don't have any kind of. Same way you're at some point when you are doing it. See, I say if you're trying to do it on your own, problem is you don't have the confidence that whatever you are doing is right or wrong.
Correct.
you always ask for some affirmations. And you feel
It's like how you mentioned that you learned through your experiences. So the same
so
thing.
obviously everybody, see, my journey was painful.
Correct.
So obviously, if you have choosing that path, it is your choice. You will save money, but I am telling you, 100% will pay money to markets.
Correct.
Either way, you either pay to markets or you pay to a right mentor. Now, problem is right mentor is not available most of the time. So very few right mentors are available who will, like I have been training, but I have taken limited number of people. I have not trained everybody. I have not tried to do that. Because my purpose is to give the right way of learning rather than, just mass way of learning. So it was class way of learning, right way of learning. So I tried to reserve myself, control myself in, going all out or, doing performance marketing and all that. I never did that.
Okay.
It was all organic, always referral based, always from Twitter. Most of the people know me on Twitter. I've stopped being on Facebook, Insta, YouTube. I don't go most of the time. So my only presence on social media is Twitter most of the time.
Okay. And to the audiences, Twitter handle, there is a lot of good information being provided to the general public. So we'll be mentioning the handle on top. You can go and check out what recommendations, what advices Sir gives you on his Twitter handle. So it was a great honor and it was a big deal for us to have you on this podcast with Decoding the Markets with Trading Academy Bengaluru. So I have had a lot of things to learn from you. And I hope audience also had a lot to receive and learn new things, and how market used to function before and how the market dynamics have changed to date. People would have people would have understood and got a lot of insights from it. So thank you for coming to Decoding the Markets with Trading Academy Bengaluru. We are truly honored.
And I'm also equally honored, Shashank, because obviously you have created a platform where people can know about each of us, right? And probably also know about how our journey was. Because some people come out and talk, and people like me don't prefer to go out and talk most of the time. Though I've been covered by Face to Face by Vivek Bajaj, then Money Control. I've been on ET Now as a guest. Then I've been on Bloomberg. I've been on Jagran Business. So I've been on many platforms. I've been, my story has been covered by many people. But obviously, every person has catered to a particular market.
Correct.
You are doing some excellent job. So meeting you itself was also one of the, knowing the energy that you are bringing to this industry, because you are so young and doing it. So obviously, I'm very, happy to know you guys, and maybe we'll make sure that this whole association goes a long way, and you guys also. All the success wishes for success to all of you and all your students and your community.
Thanks a lot, sir.